नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, verse number 12 and 13. So first we will read 13th chapter and then we will discuss. I think ज़्यादा लोग हिंदी से ज़्यादा हिंदी इंग्लिश मिक्स इंग्लिश बिकॉज इंग्लिश ओके। तो जो लोगों को हिंदी ज़्यादा कंफर्टेबल है वो हिंदी में देख सकते हैं, संस्कृत में देख सकते हैं। जिन लोगों को इंग्लिश ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है वो इंग्लिश वाला देख सकते हैं। प्लीज रिपीट आफ्टर मी। यज्ञशिष्टाशिन संतो उच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषः भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापा ये पचन्ति आत्मकारणात्। यज्ञशिष्टाशिन संतो उच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषै भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापं ये पचन्ति आत्मकारणात्। यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तो उच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषै भुञ्जते ते अघं पापं ये पचन्ति आत्मकारणात्। Any devotee would like to say it?
यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तो
मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषै भुञ्जते ते अघं पापं ये पचन्ति आत्मकारणात्। Prabhu said, anybody?
यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तो
मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषै भुञ्जते ते अघं पापं ये पचन्ति आत्मकारणात्। ठीक है, we'll see the translation and purport. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. Purport. The devotees of the Supreme Lord or the persons who are in Krishna consciousness are called santas, and they are always in love with the Lord as it is described in the Brahma Samhita 5.38. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena Santa sadeva hridayeshu vilokayanti. The santas, being always in a compact of love with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, the giver of all pleasures, or Mukunda, the giver of liberation, or Krishna, the all attractive person, cannot accept anything without first offering it to the Supreme Person. Therefore, such devotees always perform yajnas in different modes of devotional service, such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Archanam, etc. And these performances of yajnas keep them always aloof from all kinds of contamination of sinful association in the material world. Otherwise, who prepare food for self or sense gratification are not only thieves but also the eaters of all kinds of sins. How can a person be happy if he is both a thief and sinful? It is not possible. Therefore, in order for people to become happy in all respects, they must be taught to perform the easy process of Sankirtan Yajna in full Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, there can be no peace or happiness in the world. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणान्वितं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरीपते नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। आप सब लोगों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत आज संडे इवनिंग में आने के लिए भगवद गीता के साप्ताहिक प्रोग्राम के लिए। सो टुडे वी आर डिस्कसिंग एक्चुअली फ्रॉम भगवद गीता 3rd चैप्टर वर्स नंबर 12 and 13। सो एक बार 12th वर्स का हम ट्रांसलेशन देख लेंगे। In charge of various necessities of life, the demigods, being satisfied by the performance of yajna, will supply all necessities to you, but he who enjoys such gifts without offering them to the demigods in return is certainly a thief, चोर है वो। तो यहाँ पे भगवान एक्चुअली में बता रहे हैं अर्जुन को। देखिए भगवद गीता में भगवान बोलना शुरू करते हैं कौन से चैप्टर से? सेकेंड चैप्टर से। फर्स्ट चैप्टर में भगवान एक भी वर्ड नहीं बोलते। फर्स्ट चैप्टर में अर्जुन का भाषण चलता रहता है। अर्जुन बोलते रहता है कि मैं क्यों युद्ध नहीं करूँगा, 5 कारण बताते हैं उन्होंने, और वो 5 कारण बताने के बाद में फिर भी कंफ्यूज रहते हैं और लास्ट में उनका गांडीव उनसे हाथ से गिर जाता है और बोलते हैं भगवान आप ही बताओ मेरे को क्या करना चाहिए। ऐसे पूरा कंफ्यूज्ड स्टेट में भगवान को सरेंडर करते हैं। तो भगवान को सरेंडर करने के बाद में वो क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं एक्चुअली में, क्वेश्चन आंसर्स। तो अभी जो सेक्शन चल रहा है वो कर्म योग का सेक्शन चल रहा है और यहाँ पर भगवान बता रहे हैं अर्जुन को कि जो भी हम करते हैं एक्चुअली में हम किसी दूसरे की दया से हमको मिलता है। जो भी हम करते हैं और दूसरे की दया से मिल रहा है हमको या फिर दूसरे ने हमको दिया हुआ है तो हमारा ड्यूटी है उसको वापस रिटर्न करने का। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप 1 मंथ तक इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का यूज करो, उसके एंड में क्या आता है आपको? बिल आता है। अगर बिल नहीं पे करेंगे तो क्या होगा? पहले महीने बिल नहीं करेंगे, पेमेंट करेंगे तो वार्निंग आएगा, दूसरे महीने आगे कनेक्शन काट के करेंगे, मतलब वो बाहर का आपका फ्यूज काट के चले जाएगा। दूसरे में अगर तीसरे महीने में नहीं गए तो नहीं उधर से मेन लाइन से कनेक्शन काट देंगे आपका, और आपने जो डिपॉजिट दिया था ना उसमें से पूरा बैलेंस उड़ा देंगे। फिर से आपको कनेक्शन लेना है, फिर से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का प्रोसीजर फॉलो करना पड़ेगा, डिपॉजिट देना पड़ेगा एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट। करेक्ट नो? तो उसी प्रकार से हमारे जीवन में जो भी हमको भौतिक इच्छाएं हम जो करते हैं वो डेमीगॉड्स देवता लोग हैं वो सप्लाई करते हैं। तो हमको रिटर्न में क्या करना चाहिए? उनको भी कुछ ऑफरिंग देना चाहिए। जैसे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल आता है तो हम क्या करते हैं? पेमेंट करते हैं। उसी प्रकार से जो देवता लोग हैं वो हमको चीज़ें सप्लाई करते हैं ये जीवन में। करेक्ट ना? और अगर वो सप्लाई हमने ऐसे ले ली फॉर ग्रांटेड और उसका यूज कर लिया और मर गए ऐसे ही, तो यमराज हिसाब मांगेंगे, अरे तूने जीवन में इतना लिस्ट ये सब मटेरियल यूज किया है, अभी उसका बिल पेमेंट नहीं किया, अभी उसका बिल पेमेंट किधर होगा? फिर जाके नरक में, वहाँ पे डंडे पड़ेंगे, तब अकल आएगी। करेक्ट ना? तो हमको ऐसे समझना चाहिए भौतिक जगत में जो सामान्य चीज़ें हैं उसके लिए हमको बिल पेमेंट करना पड़ता है। तो आध्यात्मिक जगत से और हमारे भौतिक जीवन में वैसे भी हमको बहुत सारे गिफ्ट्स मिलते हैं नेचर से। जैसे अगर आप देखेंगे हम सुबह में उठते हैं, अगर आप नहीं भी उठेंगे तो सनराइज होगा, करेक्ट ना? अर्ली मॉर्निंग सनराइज इज देयर. नाउ sun is supplying so many vitamins in our body. Vitamin D is major thing. Vitamin D is not there, immunity system will collapse. Like it is said according to statistics, 78% of Indians, 78% Indians, उनका विटामिन डी हमेशा लेस रहता है. इसी कारण से इंडियंस का इम्यूनिटी थोड़ा लो है कंपेयर टू फॉरेनर्स, बिकॉज दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ सनलाइट, यू नो. सो अगर अमेरिका वगैरह में जाएंगे तो दे आर, यू नो, सन बाथ इज वेरी फेमस, यू नो. People apply special oils and then they take, you know, proper sun bath, so the body gets nourished properly actually. लेकिन हम इतना सनलाइट यूज कर रहे हैं. अभी कोई बोलेगा कि ठीक है मैं तो सनलाइट में नहीं जा रहा, लेकिन कहाँ से मेरे को क्यों, यू नो, बिल पेमेंट करना पड़ेगा. एक्चुअली में जितना भी एनर्जी है भौतिक जगत में, जितना भी एनर्जी आप देखेंगे ना, वो सब परवर्टेड फॉर्म है किसका? सन की एनर्जी का, सूर्य की एनर्जी का. और सूर्य एक भगवान की एक आंख है और चंद्र है वो दूसरी आंख है. एक गर्म आंख है, एक ठंडा आंख है, ऐसे. तो एक नाइट बल्ब है, एक डे बल्ब है. डे टाइम में हमको जो बल्ब लगता है वो ज़्यादा हैवी लगता है, करेक्ट ना? नाइट बल्ब सोने के टाइम पे ज़्यादा लाइट नहीं चाहिए, लाइट. तो उसी प्रकार से जो मून है वो नाइट बल्ब है, वेरी सूदिंग, वेरी कूलिंग, वेरी रिफ्रेशिंग, करेक्ट ना? सपोज नाइट में भी ऐसे ही सूर्य निकलने लग जाए तब क्या होगा? सो नहीं पाएंगे, हमारा जीवन हरिबोल हो जाएगा, करेक्ट ना? जैसे अगर आप ये अंटार्कटिका की तरफ दूसरे कंट्री में जाएंगे तो वहाँ पे सूर्य 6 महीने में एक बार आता है, लेकिन उल्टा साइड में जाएंगे, यू नो, तो रशिया की तरफ तो क्या होगा? रात ही नहीं है. हमारे कुछ डिवोटीज है एक्चुअली में, हमारे एक भक्त गए थे वहाँ पर. तो अगर रात को सोने का समय आ गया तो क्या करेंगे लोग? कर्टन्स हैं बिल्डिंग में बड़े बड़े, तो कवर कर देंगे, अंधेरा हो गया, सो जाओ. बहुत आर्टिफिशियल लाइफ है एक्चुअली. लेकिन भारतवासी हम लोग बहुत हम बहुत धन्य है एक्चुअली. हमारे ऊपर भगवान की बहुत असीम कृपा है कि ये चीज़ें जो सन का जो साइकिल है वो प्रॉपर्ली मेंटेन है. तो ऐसे सनलाइट के लिए आप में से किसी ने आज तक बिल पेमेंट किया है? कितना सनलाइट यूज कर रहे हैं. इनफैक्ट जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी हम यूज कर रहे हैं वो किससे बनता है? सनलाइट से. इन एक्चुअली इट इज ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड एनर्जी ऑफ द सन ओनली. पेट्रोल डीजल है वो भी किसका है? वो भी सन का ही ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड एनर्जी है. कैसे? जैसे पेड़ आया, पेड़ को फूड, यू नो, कैसे मिलता है? फोटोसिंथेसिस प्रोसेस से. आपने साइंस में पढ़ा होगा फोटोसिंथेसिस, करेक्ट ना? तो वो होता है. फिर बाद में कई सालों पहले एक्चुअली में वो पेड़ नीचे दब गए, उस कारण से पहले वो कोयला बना, फिर और ज़्यादा देर तक दबे रहे तो पेट्रोलियम बन जाता है वही एक्चुअली, और उसी से पेट्रोल निकल के आता है बाहर, करेक्ट ना? तो वो ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड एनर्जी है किसका? सूर्य का. लेकिन आप में से कितने लोगों ने आज तक सूर्य का बिल पेमेंट किया है? किसी ने नहीं. तो देखिए हम कितने रेडी हैं. उसी प्रकार से देखिए, यू नो, हमको एक्चुअली में यहाँ पे BWSS भी है, यू नो, बेंगलोर वाटर सप्लाई बॉडी. तो वो लोग हमको पानी देते हैं, करेक्ट ना? एट द एंड ऑफ द मंथ बिल आता है. उसी प्रकार से हमको कितने बादल, कितनी बारिश देते हैं एक्चुअली में. कितने लोगों ने बिल पेमेंट किया है बारिश का, इंद्र का? नहीं किया है ना? तो हम ऋणी है एक्चुअली में. तो उसी क्योंकि हम ऋणी है, इसी प्रकार से हम एटलीस्ट जो भोग कुकिंग कर रहे हैं, जो कुकिंग करने के टाइम पे वो एक्चुअली में भोग रहता है और भगवान को भाव, यू नो, उसका ऑफरिंग लग जाता है. उसके बाद में वो क्या बनता है? प्रसाद. तो अगर हम कुछ चीज बिना भगवान को अर्पण किए डायरेक्ट खा रहे हैं तो क्या खा रहे हैं? भोग है. तो भोगी बन जाते हैं. और भोग में क्या आता है? सिन आता है और पाप आता है. लेकिन जो प्रसाद रहता है तो भगवान क्या करते हैं? भोग को लेते हैं, उसमें से पाप निकाल देते हैं, क्या बचता है? केवल प्रसाद. प्रसाद मतलब कृपा. तो केवल कृपा हमको लेनी चाहिए. लेकिन अगर कोई बोलेगा कि अरे ये मेथड किसने देखा है, किसने नहीं देखा है, मैं नहीं लगाऊंगा. लेकिन अंत में हिसाब होगा कहाँ पर? यमराज के यहाँ पर. जैसे अगर कोई छोटा बच्चा है, उसको बोलो मंथ एंड में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल पेमेंट करना. क्यों करने का है? किसने देखा है कि एक्चुअली में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कनेक्शन कटेगा कि नहीं कटेगा? छोटा बच्चा, उसको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. महीने के एंड में जब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कनेक्शन सच में कट जाएगा तब अकल आएगी, अरे हाँ कट गया, करेक्ट. उसी प्रकार से जीवन के एंड में यमदूत लोग आएंगे, पूरा हिसाब मांगेंगे, ये तुम्हारा बिल पेमेंट बाकी है, इसका चलो अभी नरक में हिसाब मांगेंगे तुम्हारे से, डंडे पड़ेंगे, करेक्ट ना? पनिशमेंट मिलता है बहुत हैवी वाला. तो अगर वो पनिशमेंट से बचना है तो सीधी सादी बात है भगवान को अर्पण करके खाने का. एक्चुअली अगर भगवान को अर्पण करके नहीं खाए तो हम क्या खा रहे हैं? केवल पाप ही खा रहे हैं. क्योंकि एक्चुअली में हम ये सब चीज़ें हैं वो भगवान के एजेंट्स द्वारा हमको दी गई है, और अगर उसको हम भगवान की जो आज्ञा है उसके हिसाब से फॉलो करके उसको हम अपने जीवन में अनुग्रहित नहीं कर रहे हैं तो हमको क्या मिलता है? उसका पनिशमेंट मिलता है, उसका रिएक्शन मिलता है. और वो यमराज हिसाब लेंगे एट द एंड, करेक्ट ना? तो उसी प्रकार से प्रभुपाद बता रहे हैं यहाँ पे कि जो देवता लोग हैं वो तो केवल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है किसके, भगवान विष्णु के, करेक्ट ना? अभी आपको एक स्टोरी बताता हूँ। कोविड-19 के टाइम पे एक्चुअली में एक बहुत बड़ा बिजनेसमैन और एक बैंक का ओनर था, वो डायरेक्टर था एक्चुअली में, सीईओ था एक बैंक का नाम मैं भूल गया, अमेरिका का बहुत फेमस बैंक था वो। तो ये आदमी कोविड-19 में एक्चुअली में इसका एडमिशन हो गया हॉस्पिटल में, और उस टाइम पे आपको पता है कोविड-19 के टाइम पे ऑक्सीजन का बहुत मारामारी था। मैं भी कोविड-19 के टाइम पे पहला वन अमंग दोज कल्प्रिट who got COVID-19 एसिम्प्टोमेटिक, और उस टाइम पे एक्चुअली मैं एम्बुलेंस लेने के लिए आया था मुझे, और हॉस्पिटल में लेके गया। एम्बुलेंस लेके जाने के लिए 5 किलोमीटर लेके जाने के लिए 15,000 रुपये चार्ज, और फिर उसके बाद में हमारा जो घर जिसमें मैं रह रहा था बनशंकरी के पास में, उसको पूरा बैरिकेटिंग लगाया, और बैरिकेटिंग लगाने के बाद में पुलिस वाले सब उसको बैरिकेटिंग करके गए। नेबर्स ऐसे देख रहे थे जैसे इसको गोली मारेंगे हम पकड़ के, ऐसे एक्चुअली जैसे मैंने कोई बहुत बड़ा अपराध कर दिया। मेरा क्या गलती है, आ गया तो आ गया यार, क्या कर सकते हैं। तो उस कोविड-19 के टाइम पे एक अमेरिका का बहुत बड़ा बिजनेसमैन एक्चुअली में हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट हुआ, और वो 20 दिन एक्चुअली में वेंटिलेटर पे था, और उसको 20 दिन एडमिशन के बाद में जब वो वापस बाहर निकल रहा था तो रिसेप्शन में उसको एक्चुअली में बड़ा बिल मिला, और वो बिल का अमाउंट था $10,000। $10,000 मतलब कितना हुआ, ऑलमोस्ट 8 लाख, 8 lakhs to 9 lakhs, ऑलमोस्ट 10 लाख यू कैन कंसीडर लाइक दैट। तो वो बिल देख के एक्चुअली में उसके आंखों से आंसू आने लग गए। तो रिसेप्शनिस्ट को पता था ये बड़ा आदमी है, बहुत पैसा है इसके पास में, $10,000 कुछ नहीं है उसके लिए, लाइक दैट। तो वो रोने लगे। तो सर आपको कुछ कंसर्न है क्या, कुछ डाउट है क्या, बिल नहीं पे मेरे तो नो प्रॉब्लम, विल टेक फ्रॉम इंश्योरेंस और थिंग्स लाइक दैट। वो बोला मैं उसके लिए नहीं रो रहा हूँ। बोले किसके लिए रो रहे हैं फिर आप? बोले कि आपने 20 दिन मेरे को ऑक्सीजन दिया, और 20 दिन ऑक्सीजन देने के बाद में इतना बड़ा बिल दिया, कितना, $10,000 का। अभी भगवान मेरे को ऑक्सीजन दे रहे हैं जब से मैं पैदा हुआ, उससे पहले ही मम्मी के कोक में, in mother's womb only actually that umbilical cord was connected, and from there actually oxygen, food, water, everything was supplied actually. Little English. So through umbilical cord only actually the entire food was supplied, and oxygen was also supplied. And once I took birth, then actually my nose started working. Through that I started breathing. Just imagine, in case Krishna sends me the bill for all that oxygen that I have used till now, what will happen? Even though I am the CEO of a bank, I will become bankrupted actually. Correct or no? So just imagine how. So this person, by this particular act, he was showing how we should be grateful for the gifts that we are receiving in our life. Like that, you consider actually like हम भोग खाते हैं, प्रसाद खाते हैं एक्चुअली में. Once you eat food in your stomach, after खाने के बाद में, do you worry that now let HCl get released, now amino acid get released, now this acid get released, and now from stomach let it go to small intestine or big intestines, let pancreas react, now liver should react, now this part of the body should react. Do we worry? हम एक बार खाते हैं फिर करोट मारते रहते हैं, कई बार सो जाते हैं, कई बार कुछ काम वाम करते रहते हैं, कुछ वी डोंट वरी ओनली सो मच. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am the digestion fire actually in the stomach of a person. So Krishna made the machine in such a way that actually the machine is automatic. See, the person who has made the machine, the greatness of the person actually you can recognize by the effect that how much less human interference is required in order to operate that machine. Like you see previously actually, in 2008 and all, washing machine used to come. Washing machine you put, then you have to put water with your bucket, then it will rotate like this, then you put soap powder, then again it rotate, then it will goes out, then again one more bucket of water you put, then 3-4 buckets of water you put, and then it will clean your clothes, then you take out. Then came what? Semi-automatic. Semi-automatic means what? You put clothes, little extra pipe you have to put, and other things you set up and things like that. Now came fully automatic. So operators interference is very less. Just put clothes, everything else is taken care. In fact, in America actually there are advanced versions of dryers are also coming along with ironing. So at the end you will get clothes dried and ironed also. Just imagine. So to the degree human interference is less, to that degree the greatness of the creator is recognized. So similarly the human, our human body is created by who? God, not by our mother and father. Mother and father, they were just carriers. Correct or no? God has created this human body. He created actually all the functions. How? Just imagine our eye is such a complex, instrument. The focal point, if it is shifted 1 centimeter that side, 1 centimeter this side, then we have to have glass in order to adjust the focal point actually. Correct? But for everybody in general actually, as at the time of birth, the focal point is fixed. Who fixed it? Did we fix? God only fixed. Correct? Krishna only fixed. At the same time, those of you who studied little physics actually will know that our eye, this eyeball is which kind of glass? Convex, concave. It is actually from this side it is concave, from the other side it is convex. So any concave or convex lens, the image that is formed on the retina is inverted because it is real image. Only plane mirror forms, imaginary image. But the this particular image that is formed is inverted. Just imagine you see somebody and you see upside down. His legs are seen up and his head is seen down. But that inverted image, the signal is sent to the brain. Again, the signal is inverted, and you see that the person is sitting properly. Who created this kind of advanced system? The neural system within the body. Did we create? No. God only has created. Just imagine how many gifts, unlimited gifts that we are getting in our life. So it is said actually, a non-Krishna conscious person or a bhogi or a materialistic person, he gets so many gifts he gets actually from God, and then he forgets also those things. He never becomes grateful actually to God. Rather he keeps blaming to God that why he did not give me this, why he did not give me that, and these things and like that. Like sometimes children, they become adamant that you gave more gifts or more better chocolate or some playing toys to the other kid and not me, like that. And parents will say, "Arey beta, for you I got even more costlier." No. He will say, "I want that only," actually, adamant child. So like that actually many times people, they get so many gifts in their lives. Little small thing goes wrong in their life, then they become what? Very ungrateful. And they say that why God this did bad thing to me actually. Like one time it so happened that there was a person who was winning one after another so many games, and he won first time in national championship. He won even gold medal also. Second time when he was going to participate in the national championship, on the way he actually met an accident, and he came out and gave an interview saying that there is no God. In case if God is there, then how can he be so cruel to me that I meet an accident just before participating in the championship. Just imagine how cruel-hearted he is. But before that, he never took a conference and said that previous this national championship I won gold medal because of God. Correct or no? So in the second category, second time actually when he lost the championship, that time he is blaming whom? God. So first time when he won, that time whom he is supposed to blame actually or give the credit? God only. But the human mind works completely opposite. When we get something actually, when we become victorious in something, then when people ask how you became victorious, how you became champion, how you actually got the first degree and things like that, then they say because of me. I did this endeavor, this is how I studied, this is how I this strategy I applied, that strategy I applied and things like that. But when something goes in their life wrong, then what they say?
Because of
God. Directly they may not say God. Sometimes they will say, the student they will say, paper was very hard, teacher is bad, or health was not good. All sorts of excuses they will give except taking responsibility. Correct? No, we all did in our lives. So similarly, this is the characteristic of an ungrateful person. When a person is grateful, actually, then you will recognize how many gifts that you are getting given by God. And since we are able to recognize those gifts which are given by God, then we will be able to see more reciprocation from God. Like I'll tell you one small story. Once it so happened that a father had two sons. One son was, a nonsense kind of person. Anytime father will give 5 rupees, also will take 5 rupees and go on the nukkad side, gully, and take, cigarette and smoke it and come back. And, his mother's purse is lying somewhere, he'll take out money and then go and drink and come back. Other son was very responsible actually. Whatever, father would give 5 rupees, he had extra toy. उसके पास में वो क्या बोलते हैं piggy bank kind of thing that was there. So he'll keep in that. He stored that money, and on his birthday he will open, and then he'll purchase some special gifts for his mother and father, on their birthdays and give them actually and things like that. And many times actually he would see his mother's purse or some other relatives' purse in like that. He will go and give them very responsibly. So as these two children grew up, the father actually eventually gave up his business to the son who was responsible, and to the other son who was not responsible, he said, you just become an assistant or just become a supplier actually. Whatever the other son says, just do that. And in the business actually in the shop, whatever the money locker was there, that key was given to the other son only. Now this son started saying, you are very discriminative. पापा आप मेरे साथ बहुत डिस्क्रिमिनेट करते हैं, दूसरे वाले बेटे को इतना सारा फैसिलिटीज, मेरे को कुछ भी नहीं. नाउ डू यू थिंक दैट फादर इज पार्शियल? पिताजी पार्शियल है क्या? नो. व्हाई फादर इज नॉट पार्शियल? कोई बताएगा कि पिताजी वो पार्शियल नहीं है? अरे एक बेटे को ज्यादा दे रहे हैं, एक बेटे को कुछ भी नहीं दे रहे, तो पिताजी तो पार्शियल हो गए ना. तो पिताजी इसको पैसा नहीं दे रहे उसकी अच्छाई के लिए, करेक्ट ना? नहीं तो ज्यादा बिगड़ जाएगा, करेक्ट हो नो? अगर वो रेस्पॉन्सिबल बनेगा तो उसको ज्यादा देंगे. उसी प्रकार से when we become responsible, when we become grateful to God, God will give us unlimited things, correct or no? So it is very important that actually whatever we get in our life, we first offer it to God and then we eat it. So I'll tell one narration from Ramayana. So you all know that Hanuman ji, before jumping to Lanka, who inspired him? Jambavan. Jambavan gave him actually very nice inspiration, and that's how actually Hanuman got revived actually about his previous powers that he forgot. So Jambavan, after narration, after hearing narration from Jambavan, actually Hanumanji's inner consciousness developed, and then he became very strong. He jumped actually across the ocean. So first thing that we require in our life is actually hearing Krishna Katha. When we hear in the association of devotees, then our forgetfulness of God goes off, and we become conscious of our real power. So that is first thing that is supposed to take place in our life. Now Hanumanji actually, as he proceeded ahead, he went and he was there at the end, entrance of Lanka. And at the entrance of Lanka there was a demoness called Lankini. She was standing there. And Hanumanji was trying to jump and enter inside. And he was, he transformed himself into a very small monkey. And this Lankini said, "Hey monkey, Bandar, kidhar ja raha hai?" Like that. Immediately Hanumanji said, "I'm going inside the Lanka." "Arey, this is Ravan's Lanka. How can you enter?" Hanumanji said, "This is not your Lanka. This is Ram's Lanka." Then this Lankini said, "Nothing doing, I'll catch you and punish you." Hanuman said, "Really?" Hanumanji gave one mukka actually, punch on her face. This demoness was huge body she was having. Immediately she toppled actually 360 degree, and she fell kind of unconscious. Immediately she folded hand and she said, "Previously Brahmaji told me that when I'll be falling like this, one monkey will come and hit me, and that is the day when Lanka will start getting destroyed. So please you proceed ahead. Ravan ke pure din aa gaye," like that. So then Hanumanji enters, and then he was in search of whom? Mother Sita. So he was searching. At one point of time, he became like little desperate, and he was not able to find out Mother Sita. So he was thinking that Mother Sita might be there in the, no. Mother Sita might be there actually with Ravana. Actually, Ravana would have caught in the chambers and things like that. So he was looking for Mother Sita in all the different chambers. And by the way, Hanumanji is Brahmachari. He is a celibate. And not only Ravana, many other demons also actually they were sleeping with their wives, and they were having sense gratification their wives. तो एक ब्रह्मचारी के लिए पति पत्नी क्या कर रहे हैं रात के समय में उसको देखना अच्छा नहीं है एक्चुअली. इवन फॉर नॉर्मल पर्सन आल्सो इट इज नॉट गुड व्हाट अदर्स आर डूइंग इन देयर प्राइवेट टाइम. बट हनुमान जी वाज सीइंग दिस. सो हनुमान जी एक्चुअली गॉट वरीड. अरे मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? व्हाट एम आई डूइंग एज ए ब्रह्मचारी? आई एम सीइंग दीस थिंग्स. So then immediately he remembered Lord Ram. As he remembered Lord Ram actually, immediately his consciousness became pure. So that is why the second lesson that we learned, that is when we remember actually the Lord, then our consciousness becomes clear. So he immediately remembered that actually I came not to see all these things, but I came for what? To search for Mother Sita. And one cooling breeze came actually that time. As he took shelter of Lord Ram's holy name, he started chanting Ram 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 Ram. Everyone. So like this, Hanumanji started chanting actually the names of Lord Ram, and he felt greatly relieved. And immediately one cooling breeze came actually, and he thought, where this cooling breeze is coming from? He looked in that direction, and then it was, he saw that this was Asok Vatika actually. So immediately he went to Asok Vatika, and there he saw, he got darshan of whom? Mother Sita. Immediately he was relieved. But at that moment only actually Ravana comes there. Now Ravana comes there and he brings, one another, person of a head of a person, saying that actually this is the head of your husband Ram. He is already killed, and if you don't surrender unto me, I will cook you and I'll eat you actually, like that. So Mother Sita was panicked like anything, and she was in one kind of corner. And other Rakshasas of Ravana, they were also harassing Mother Sita. You should surrender to Ravana. Don't you know that Ravana is the supreme being here, and things like that. And Mother Sita was saying that let my life or my prana only be taken away from my body, but I cannot even imagine also to surrender to Ravana. I have given my heart to Ram, and that's it, nothing else actually. So Ravana actually went off. Then Hanuman thought that if I go in front of Mother Sita, just like as in the same form, she may actually again think that I am also Ravana only. In disguise I came as a monkey, like that. So then Hanumanji sat on the same, the top of the tree, and he started actually narrating Ramayana actually. And when Mother Sita heard that who is describing this, Ramayana, and then he started describing some very confidential pastimes, that took place between Mother Sita and Lord Ram only. That nobody else knew actually, only Ram knew it. So, and Mother Sita knew it. So then she understood that actually he is not representative of Ravana, or he is not Ravana actually. Then Hanumanji comes down, meets Mother Sita, and that exchange takes place. Hanumanji gives the ring, and Mother Sita gives the chudamani to Hanumanji. And after this, Hanumanji says, Mother Sita, I did this heavy task for searching for you, jumped across the ocean, but I am feeling very hungry. So now with your permission, I want to eat the fruits in this particular vana here, Upavan here actually. So this is third lesson that we learned. First lesson was actually hear Krishna Katha, or Ram Katha. Hanumanji heard from whom? Jamban. Then his power got revised. Second time actually Hanumanji was into depression, searching for Mother Sita, looking in the interior chambers of Ravana, and seeing all those obscene scenes actually. And then he was confused what to do. That time he started chanting the name of Lord Ram. Immediately actually he was relieved from all kind of stress and distress and whatever he was going through. And then he was directed towards Asok Vatika. He comes to Asok Vatika, meets Mother Sita. So that was the second incident, that when he was into depression. When we are carrying out our services, when we have anxiety, when we are confused what to do, what not to do, then take shelter of the holy name of the Lord actually. Take shelter of the devotees, like that. The third lesson that we learned, Hanumanji was feeling very hungry and he started eating fruits. But with whose permission he ate? Mother Sita. So in his mind, actually he worshipped Lord Ram and he said, "My dear Ram, with the permission of Mother Sita, I offer all these fruits to you and now I wish to have because I am feeling very hungry." So then he offered in the mind only the entire forest, in the entire, the fruit garden to Lord Ram and Mother Sita. So entire thing became what? Mahaprasad. And then he started eating. And he ate everything actually. And then all the demons came actually and they started attacking. And then Hanumanji, one hand he was eating, another hand he was giving them punch. And by eating he was getting actually more and more strength. So this is how actually we also get strength in our Krishna consciousness when we offer and eat. Correct? So, Hanumanji also would not eat anything that is not offered to Lord Ram and Mother Sita. In fact, one time actually Mother Sita gave one, special, this moti mala to Hanumanji as a gift for his services. So Hanumanji as a monkey, he took that moti mala and he was taking out the motis and seeing like this and he was throwing. One or two he was keeping with him, others he was throwing. Mother Sita asked, "Arey, bandar ke jaise kyun behave kar rahe ho aap? Why are you throwing all the pearls and things like that?" Hanumanji said, "Because I am not seeing you and my dear worshipable Lord Ram." Mother Sita said, "Arey yaar, ye to kuch zyada ho gaya. You are speaking too much." Then somebody else was also there. They said, you don't keep anything, which doesn't have actually Ram and Sita. Then Hanumanji said, "Yes, true." Then they said, "In your heart, what about your heart? Do you have Ram and Sita?" Immediately Hanumanji, opened his heart actually. So you might have seen that particular picture actually. Hanumanji is opening his heart and showing Ram and Sita in his heart actually. Of course, you need not try, otherwise open surgery ho jayega, heart surgery. And we all know in our heart what is there? Lot of anarthas are there actually. So we need not imitate Hanumanji. Rather actually, we can follow the footsteps, the other 3 footsteps of Hanumanji. What are those 3 things we discussed? First thing is, here actually in the association of devotees or representative of Krishna or representative of Srila Prabhupada, like Murli Priya Prabhu and others, those senior devotees who are present here. And then second thing, whenever we are confused, then take again shelter of whom? Holy name. Naam Prabhu. Third thing, whatever is, after executing services you will feel tired. Whatever you feel tired, eat that whatever you are eating by offering it to Krishna. So I'll tell you one more, example from my own experiences. One of our devotee who was staying with us, his father would drink a lot of liquor every day. And after drinking liquor, he'll come in the house. Mother is not there. Mother is, she is dead and gone. So only father is there, his mother is there. Basically, so the devotee's father is there and his grandmother is there. And the grandmother would be in lot of anxiety because the son is coming, after drinking and things like that. And you are not doing any job also. So the devotee son was in anxiety, what to do, how to transform him and things like that. And he would not chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. He would not do anything actually, except every day night he'll drunk and come, eat and sleep. He'll create little commotion and things like that, disturbances also in the house. So this devotee was disturbed. What to do, Prabhu, how to transform him and things like that. So then one of the senior devotee, he told him that you tell your grandmother, whatever you cook, first you offer it to Krishna, put tulsi patta, offer it to Krishna, and then pray to Krishna. Oh my dear Krishna, please accept this bhoga, whatever I have cooked. I am not qualified. I am not having so much purity also. But please accept it and purify it. So like that she started offering and giving it. And because this fellow won't cook actually, mother only would cook. So he started actually eating this food. After 6 months, he kind of completely gave up drinking only. And then his son went to his house, and asked, "Arey Papa, अचानक से इतना transformation कैसे? आप कैसे अपना bottle दे पाए, छोड़ पाए?" And he said, "कुछ taste ही नहीं आ रहा आजकल drinking में यार. Somehow or other I lost completely taste only." So this is the practical experience of so many devotees. You start chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you start offering bhoga to the Lord and start eating it. You will see automatically your family members will become devotees. These are the 2 simple things that you have to do. I'll tell you one more example actually. During those days when ISKCON started in America, there was one rowdy fellow actually who was having a gang. So in America actually there are very famous gangs actually. In Bangalore not so much, But if you go to Mumbai and other places, there are gangs actually, and they have divided the areas also. So इस area में हमारा हफ्ता वसूली होगा, इस area में हमारा हफ्ता वसूली and things like that. So this particular gangster, actually he would do hafta vasuli in one particular area, and in that area actually devotees would go for, book distribution and things like that. So this fellow, every time he will see devotees, he'll catch and beat them actually with his gang, and that was, his special joy to catch devotees and beat. Just imagine that you go for book distribution, somebody catches you and beats you, and the devotees were very tolerant. So eventually the devotee decided that actually this particular area, this fellow is coming and is beating all of us. So we will not go in this area for book distribution, we go to other area. So they started going to other area. But that area was also under one of his, disciple only basically. Usi ka chela tha, was in charge of that other area also. So one day actually he happened to go to that area. That day again he saw devotees there. So he went actually for beating. But fortunately actually devotees had some prasadam actually in their hands. So they had halwa and some cookie and things like that. So they gave him that halwa and cookie. And they said, Maro mat and things like that. So he ate it and he said, Bop, re bop. So tasty it is. What is this? It is like nectar from heaven. I drank so much, I took so much of drugs and all, but I never felt so much of, happiness or taste in anything of those sorts. Now, it is your duty every time actually, you have to come in my area only and give me this, special preparation that you are making. Otherwise, I will come right in front of your center and beat you all of you. Beat every one of you like that. The devotees were in great anxiety. They came and every day actually special bhoga they will cook and they will offer with great devotion to the Lord. Oh Lord, please protect us and please accept this and purify this fellow. So they started giving actually like this, prasadam to this person. Every day he'll come in front of the temple. He'll not enter inside the temple also. He'll just, where is my box? He'll collect his tiffin box and he'll go away. So that was like hafta vasuli from the devotees, that tiffin box. Within 1 year actually, one day then one of the devotees who are little bold enough and things like that, along with Bhoga he gave Bhagavad Gita also. So then he started reading little Bhagavad Gita also. Then he had some doubts, he came to the temple and devotees were scared, Are marega kya abhi? Like that. Because the local police and everything was under his control and his brother was in big political position and things like that. So then devotee came and asked him. So he came and asked doubts. I am not able to understand. And the devotee was explaining, he was also a little frightened. कुछ इधर उधर बोल दिया फिर से मारेगा. But anyway he explained it, and by reading Bhagavad Gita, by associating with devotee, chanting Hare Krishna, he became so purified that now currently he is the temple president of the temple. Just imagine the effect of prasadam. Like that you can go on hearing actually hundreds and thousands of pastimes of how prasadam brings transformation in the life of a person. So my simple request to all of you is, those of you are mothers, you might be having anxiety sometime to make your husband devotee, So the simple logic is what? You cook at home, nice, preparation. Offer it to Krishna with great devotion. How to offer it to Krishna? There are standard prayers also that you can ask Murli Priya Prabhu, he will send you the standard prayers. If you don't know those prayers also, not a problem. You cook, the vegetarian food without onion and garlic. Put tulsi patta, fresh green tulsi patta at the top of it. Go and keep it in front of Krishna's altar. And you can keep, picture of Srila Prabhupada. And chant one time, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, and 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And request to Krishna, request to Prabhupada that I am not so pure, I am not qualified to offer you anything. Please accept this and, show your mercy to us. And this is what you start feeding to your family members. You will see your sons and daughters, they will also become devotees, your husband also will become devotee. Your sometime, mother-in-law, father-in-law who are having like very strenuous relationship, they will also be transformed actually, just by eating prasadam. This effect you will see in your own life actually. So like that, one simple practice you start doing and you will see the effect of eating prasadam in your own life actually. So one more pastime I'll tell you and then I'll conclude. So once it so happened that previously actually Lord Vishnu would not allow anybody actually to take the bhoga that was offered to him as bhoga, and Mother Lakshmi would personally take it and wash it. So one time Narada desired that I want to have Mahaprasad of Lord Vishnu. So he went to Mother Lakshmi and he started doing menial service for Mother, Lakshmi. He started doing sabji cutting, kitchen cleaning and all those things actually. So Mother Lakshmi asked, Are Narad Muni, what is the hidden motive? What do you want? He said, nothing, Mother. I just want to do service for you. So for months together actually we were doing that service. After many months of services, Mother Lakshmi said, what do you want? I am happy with all your services. Kya chahiye tumko? And immediately Narad Muni said, I want Mahaprasad. Mother Lakshmi said, Arey, but for that Lord Vishnu already said, no, I am not supposed to give it to anybody. But then, Narad Muni said, but you already promised me that you will give me. So then, little bit actually prasad, Mother Lakshmi gave to Narad Muni actually, whatever was offered to Lord Vishnu. Eating that prasad, Narad Muni went into ecstasy and he was dancing like that. And he was dancing and chanting. While dancing, he reached to Kailas. And there, on Kailas, who is there? Shivji. So Shivji was there. So Shivji, saw that Narad Muni in ecstasy. Probably he got some special mercy of Lord Vishnu actually. So he caught his hand and he said, stop dancing. Tell me what is the cause of your ecstasy. He said, today actually I tasted the Mahaprasad of Lord Vishnu after many years actually. Lord Shiva said, Arey, I am your elder brother. You are supposed to give me also something to eat. Narad Muni said, whatever I got, I just ate. Just imagine, suppose somebody gives you 2 rasgullas offered to Lord Vishnu. What you will do? Immediately, Mahaprasade, go with it like that. So like that same thing, Narad Muni also did. So then Shivji said, mere liye kuch nahi leke aaya. So Shivji felt bad. And Shivji asked, okay, which hand you took? He took on that hand. And Narad Muni did not do hand wash or, mouth wash or something like that after taking. He was just dancing. So some remnants were remaining in between his nails. Now like when you eat, something remains, right? After that we wash hands, then it gets cleansed off. So something was remaining in his hand. So immediately Lord Shiva took it and he started, take it. And seeing this, Shivji also went into ecstasy actually. He started also dancing. And Shivji started dancing. Just imagine, Shivji started dancing means what? Pralaya is coming. And Mother Parvati, who is actually the mother of all the living entities, she gets worried. अरे अभी तो प्रलय टाइम आया नहीं, ये पहले क्यों डांस करने लगे actually में? So Mother Parvati went and fell at the feet of Lord Shiva and said, what happened to you? Why are you dancing? Shivji said, nothing. She said, no, you have to tell me. Then Shivji said, actually this Narad Muni, he got Mahaprasad of Lord Vishnu and some remnants were remaining, so I also got it, and eating that I went into ecstasy and dancing. Mother Parvati said, क्या मेरे साथ धोखा हो गया? I am your better half. I am your ardhangini. I am also supposed to get, na? How come you ate alone? So she becomes very angry with Shivji. And she comes and she says, no, I want now Mahaprasad actually of Lord Vishnu. So she comes actually to one place in Puri, in Odisha, and she starts performing austerities there. And at the end Lord Vishnu comes and says, what do you want? She says, I want your Mahaprasad. Lord Shiva says, Tathastu, I'll give you Mahaprasad. Then Mother Parvati says, I don't want only for myself. I want for all my children also. Lord Vishnu said, it's a bada demand ho gaya. Children means what? Basically, Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati, they are the material mother and father of all the living entities in the material world. Lord Krishna and Lord Srimati Radharani, they are the spiritual mother and father. Like the material body comes from Shiva and Parvati, like that. And the soul is actually part and parcel of Krishna. So, Mother Parvati requests actually to Lord Vishnu that, please provide me Mahaprasad. So that is why then eventually, Lord Vishnu says, okay, eventually arrangements will be made that, my Mahaprasad will be available for all the living entities actually. And whoever eats it, they will be delivered. So eventually, in Jagannath Puri actually, there was one king called Indradyumna. So he worshipped Lord and he asked the Lord for three boons. What are the 3 boons? First boon he asked, I don't want a son. And his wife Gundisa Devi, she gets worried. Are you don't want, but I want. So then now, see, husband doesn't want son, because he was thinking, if I have a son, then I will have more affection for him than for the Lord. My affection should not be divided. But the wife is wanting son. So how to resolve the mystery? How to resolve the contradiction? So the Lord said, I will only become your son. So that's how in Jagannath Puri actually every time actually Lord goes in Rath Yatra to Gundicha temples and performs actually the Shraddha ceremony for this King Indradyumna and his wife Gundicha Devi, like that. That's the first boon he asked. Second boon he asked was that your darshan should be available 24 hours. You should not close darshan only. So in Jagannath Puri you go, never darshan gets closed. It gets closed only for 2 hours. That is called Dev Darshan. The demigods come that time for darshan. 24 hours darshan is available. Third benediction he asked was that you should eat continuously, don't stop. Like you eat, you wash your hand. Before your hands get dried, again you start eating. So in Jagannath Puri they offer how many items? 56 bhog, minimum 56 items, sometimes even more also. And how many times in a day?
8 times.
8 to 10 times. There is no times fixed actually. Minimum 8 to 10 times. And it is not like they offer little. Whatever they cook, entire pot goes for offering only. And when you will go to Jagannath Puri, Yatra, when sometime Muli Priyapu takes you all, you will hear about the glories of cooking there. They put one after another like this, 12 pots. And the top pot gets cooked first. Just imagine. Special kitchen actually. And the prasad is so tasty, so delicious. The prasadam, where it is distributed, that place is called Anand Bazar. Anand Bazar means where ecstasy is being, served, or happiness is being served actually, like that. So that is Anand Bazar. So that's how actually all the living entities are getting Mahaprasad of Lord Vishnu. So just imagine how much, endeavor Mother Parvati did in order to get that same Mahaprasad that we are getting in our life. And offering through Hare Krishna Mahamantra actually. So my humble request to all of you is that please do those 3 things which Hanumanji did. What was the first thing? Hear in the association of devotees. Second one, chant the holy name of the Lord. Third thing is offer and eat it. Actually that will purify our existence. If you don't offer and eat, then in the beginning of the class we discussed, we are becoming what?
Thieves.
Thieves. We are becoming greedy. And then at the end, who will take the hisab? Yamraj. और उधर ना कुछ सेकंड चांस नहीं देते. जस्ट लाइक हियर इन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी डिपार्टमेंट 1 महीने काट के चले जाएंगे. उधर सेकंड चांस नहीं मिलता है. Second chance only few personalities they got, like Ajamil and others. We are getting already second chance, by through devotees. We are getting all those information. So we should take advantage of it and not take it cheaply. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions or comments any of you have?
Anybody has question?
Mataji has a question.
I just wanted to know the third benediction, Prabhu.
Third benediction was that you should eat non-stop before your hands get dried.
Who should eat, Prabhu?
Lord Jagannath.
Okay.
So these are the 3 benedictions he asked from Lord Jagannath. Okay. First one was, I don't want a son. Second one was 24 hours darshan. Third one was non-stop eating. So you should eat, and then after eating you wash hands. Before your hands get dried, again you eat. That is why Lord Jagannath is offered 56 bhog, 56 items.
Every day.
Every day. And how many times? 8 times. Like that. And there are special standards actually of cooking in Jagannath Puri. They don't cook anything that is cooked, that is grown underground. Underground, whatever is grown, they don't cook actually in Jagannath Puri. And the special pandas are there actually who are cooking there. Their whole life business is only just to cook. Okay. So when you go to Jagannath Puri, you will see a very special place. There is one, special pond also is there. The water they take from there. And the pot in which they offer actually to Lord Jagannath, they never use it. The same pots goes for offering, same pot goes actually for selling also. So every time new pots are only offered actually. So like that. Hundreds and thousands of pandas are having that job only of distributing prasadam. Like that. Okay? Any other question? Yes, Prabhuji. सारे भगवानों ने ओके वेरी नाइस क्वेश्चन. देखिए हमारा एक और सेशन है दैट इज कॉल्ड वैदिक कल्चर अराउंड द ग्लोब. So sometime in the future time we will discuss that in the Vedic time the entire world, the entire earth was ruled by one king only, emperor. And the emperor during Mahabharata time was who?
Bharat.
No, Mahabharata.
Parikshit.
Before Parikshit Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj. Before even Yudhishthira also, whoever was the king in Hastinapur, they were the emperors of the entire universe. China, Afghanistan, Pakistan, all these were part of India only. In fact, when Chandragupta Maurya was ruling, that time India was, how big was India? India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, then Myanmar, Thailand, then this Vietnam, then this what is this?
Cambodia.
Tibet, Cambodia. All these parts put together, that was India. In Mahabharata description comes that the Chinese army also came to participate. So entire place was known as actually Bharatvarsha. In fact, in Pakistan there is a place called Praladpuri. So it is said that actually in one of the millennium Lord Narsimhadev appeared there. So entire universe was entire earth was ruled by one king only. So that is why anywhere Lord appeared, it was by default named as what? Bharatvarsha. Understanding, no? So it is not that Lord appeared here only. Lord appeared in some other places also, but it was part of Vedic culture only. That's how only Indians are keeping that culture. Others, they are forgetting actually those things. If you go to Cambodia, on the airport only they have actually Samudra Manthan Leela. Huge Samudra Manthan Leela is there, Lord Vishnu is there, demigods are there, demons are there, they are chanting actually the Vasuki demon. Okay. That is the first reason. The second reason that is being explained, suppose you go to Bangalore. Okay? हाँ हिंदी में बोलो. अगर आप बेंगलोर, आप मान लीजिए पुणे जाए, पुणे में आप कहाँ पर जाएंगे? किसी भी जगह पे जाएंगे या फिर आपके अपने फैमिली मेंबर्स या रिलेटिव्स के यहाँ पे जाएंगे? करेक्ट ना, अपने रिलेटिव वगैरह पे जाएंगे जिसको आप अच्छे से जानते हैं. तो भगवान भी भारतवर्ष पे ज़्यादा स्पेसिफिकली आते हैं क्योंकि भारतवर्ष में उनके भक्त हैं. करेक्ट ना? अगर ऐसा नहीं कि भगवान दूसरी जगह पे अपीयर नहीं होते. आपको मैं एक पास टाइम बताता हूँ. एक बार एक रशियन लड़की थी, छोटी सी लड़की, जैसे वो बच्चा ना अभी इधर उधर भाग रहा था. सो शी वाज आल्सो लाइक दैट वेरी नॉटी गर्ल, बट इन हर चाइल्डहुड एक्चुअली हर फादर हैड गिवन, उनके पिताजी ने उनको एक भगवान नरसिंह देव का एक छोटा सा डोल दिया. तो भगवान नरसिंह देव को बहुत मन से एक्चुअली में स्नेह करती थी, वो प्यार करती थी और भगवान को बिठाती थी. भगवान कुछ भी खाने से पहले उसको भोग लगाती थी, भगवान आप खाओ. भगवान को खिलाने के बाद में खुद खाती थी और कुछ भी गार्डन में फ्लावर रहा भगवान को लाके अर्पण करती थी. भगवान के साथ में सोती थी, भगवान के साथ में उड़ती थी. एक दिन क्या हुआ, उनका घर है ना बाजू में गार्डन था और सामने में एक हाई स्पीड वाला रोड था जहाँ पे व्हीकल्स बहुत स्पीड में जाते थे. तो एक दिन क्या हुआ, उसका जो डोल था नरसिंह देव का डोल, वो गार्डन से आ रही थी, हाथ से छूट के फिसल के गिर गया एक्चुअली में सड़क की तरफ, मेन सड़क के बीच में गिर गया. और उसी टाइम पे वो छोटा बच्चा है ना, दौड़ के गया सड़क के बीच में. उसी टाइम पे बहुत बड़ा ट्रक विथ हैवी स्पीड इट वाज गोइंग एक्चुअली, बहुत स्पीड से. और उनके पिताजी खिड़की से देख रहे हैं, वो कुछ नहीं कर सकते. अभी क्या कर सकते हैं, अभी स्पीड से जा रहा है, अभी सीढ़ी से नीचे उतर के जाएंगे तब तक तो खत्म. तो पिताजी एकदम ऐसे जस्ट एंग्जाइटी में थे कि अभी क्या होगा मेरे बच्चे के साथ. तो वो ट्रक आया, उसको मारा ऐसे, एक साइड में बच्चा, एक साइड में नरसिंह देव का छोटा सा खिलौना, और इस साइड में एक्चुअली एक छोटा सा मिट्टी का टीला था, उसके ऊपर वो जाके बच्चा गिरा और छोटी सी बच्ची जाके गिर गई वहाँ पर. और पिताजी नीचे से गए, अभी तो पता चला कि कुछ बचेगा ही नहीं एक्चुअली में. छोटा बच्चा, इतना बड़ा ट्रक है तो चटनी भी नहीं मिलेगा, कुछ मतलब हड्डी पसली भी नहीं मिलेगा बेसिकली. क्या करेंगे, पिताजी रो रहे हैं, कुछ बोल नहीं पाए एक्चुअली में. लेकिन गए, देखे जाके उसने बेटी को उठाया और बेटी थोड़ी सी अनकॉन्शियस थी, लेकिन फिर से बोले पिताजी ऐसे देखिए मेरे नरसिंह देव कहाँ है. उठते ही तुरंत बोली, तो बोले कि अरे तुमको कुछ नहीं हुआ. तो उसके एक्चुअली में यहाँ पर ना बड़े बड़े नाखूनों के निशान थे उसके शरीर पे यहाँ पर. तो वो बच्ची बोल रही है अरे मेरे को भगवान नरसिंह देव उठाया, नरसिंह देव ने उठाया और इधर साइड में रख दिया जब ट्रक आया था एक्चुअली. पिताजी विश्वास ही नहीं कर पाए जब, लेकिन वो बड़े बड़े नाखूनों के निशान देखे ना तो पता चल गया कि हाँ भगवान ने बचाया. तो वो ये पास टाइम कहाँ पे हुआ है, रशिया में, इंडिया में नहीं हुआ. तो ऐसे नहीं कि भगवान का कोई वो है लिमिटेशन है कि इंडिया में जाने का बाकी जगह पे नहीं जाने. Wherever devotees call him with devotion, the Lord appears and reciprocation. Okay? Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
Also, the God's past that happened in our own country, Prabhu, that's another reason.
Correct.
Not exactly. That's what I say. I have a presentation on Vedic culture around the globe. In Japan also, they worship the same set of demigods or the devatas whom we worship actually. Only thing is that they have different names and their forms are like according to little Japanese forms. So they also have their history, they also have their culture. And initially, like everything was part of Vedic culture only, so everybody was worshipping Lord Vishnu. But eventually people tend to forget. Like currently also you see, like I don't want to say sitting on Vyasasana, but there are other sects of people who are saying that actually we are only original. We are only original actually. Even though through this DNA test also it is proven that actually Sanatana Dharma is the oldest dharma, but still people are not ready to believe. What can be done? Okay? Any other questions or comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, and pranams. Thank you for wonderful class. Prabhuji, like I had a very small silly doubt. Like if we should not eat onion and garlic, why were they really created? Is it like only few section of people can have it who are meant for this material world?
Okay, very good question. Many people will have this doubt. So I have a special video, actually scientific video on this. I'll send to Bhakta Prabhu, he will send you all. But just to tell you in summary, see, onion and garlic, they were created by the blood when Lord Vishnu actually beheaded who? He beheaded who? Rahu. So with that blood actually whatever it fell down, it came in the form of, so it had part of part of nectar in it. But at the same time it was blood of what? Rahu. So it has some medicinal effect. But at the same time it is in mode of ignorance. तमोगुण में है. जो कोई लोग प्याज खाएगा उसके पास में जाके आप बैठो, उसके मुंह में क्या आएगा? बहुत अच्छा खुशबू आएगा. उसके पास में बैठने का मन करेगा आपका? ऐसे करेक्ट ना? Mode of ignorance. Or by that actually our consciousness become very dull-headed. We become very dull-headed. We don't understand spiritual intricacies. Those people who eat meat, those people who eat lot of onion and garlic, initially you try them telling them philosophy of Krishna consciousness will not go in their head only. You tell them you are not this body or spirit soul. They will say, हाँ मैं body नहीं हूँ लेकिन soul हूँ. हाँ लेकिन मैं soul भी हूँ लेकिन body भी हूँ. In the class they will say I am not body, I am soul. But afterwards they will say I am body only. Forget about soul. What soul? We are talking which soul? No, these things are very nice to talk and things like that. Nothing will go in their head because the spiritual tissues actually they get covered over by the ignorance when they eat. Another thing I'll tell you. See, onion and garlic they have medicinal effect. Now do you eat every time medicine? No. आपको बुखार हुआ है, आप क्या लेते हैं? डोलो टेबलेट लेते हैं. हर दिन डोलो खाएंगे? जब बुखार होगा तब भी खाएंगे ना? तो जब आपको बीमारी होगा उसी टाइम पे खाने का है. So these three things are actually introduction of Britishers in order to destroy Indian culture. What are the three things? Onion, garlic, tea and coffee. Or initially only tea was there. And another thing, the fourth thing is newspaper. These are the introduction of Britishers in order to destroy Indian culture. In the Vedic time, every child, as soon as they'll get up, after getting up, they'll recite slokas. They'll go and touch the feet of their parents. The parents also will recite slokas actually. Just imagine every day in the morning you recite Bhagavad Gita slokas. But nowadays what do people do? As soon as they get up, there is tea table. They will come, take tea. And on the tea table what is kept? Newspaper is kept. It is not newspaper. Nothing is new in that. Somebody died in accident, किसी का ये हो गया, किसी का वो हो गया. इसी ने आज this politician did this much amount of corruption, this, that and all that rubbish things only are mentioned. Nothing new is there, but still they call it as newspaper. This is called advertising industry actually. They can just advertise anything and everything actually, like that. So these are the introduction of Britishers actually in order to spoil Indian culture actually. Okay? So you don't eat medicine every day, right? Whenever you are diseased, that time only you can take. So whenever your Ayurvedic doctor recommends, okay, you take this, particular eye drop which has little bit of onion which will clear your eyes, that time you can take. Otherwise you don't take it. Correct? And when you eat ISKCON Prasad, actually you don't miss onion and garlic, correct? So you cook in the same way and offer it to Krishna. Very simple. Okay? Any other questions or comments?
Okay, thank you very much, Prabhu, for the wonderful lectures. And I'm sure